Kia ora everyone, covering some more belated LEGO DC news here, but for good reason. I wanted to wait until we had a bit more further confirmation. The set numbers and pieces etc, those were all reported about maybe mid-September, but we seemingly now know what some of the actual DC sets will be, and let me tell you right now, it's bizarre. If you enjoyed this update video, while leaving a like and subscribing to the channel here does help to support this channel's future. I really appreciate all the support. These sets are supposedly releasing in March of 2026. I think LEGO is skipping January, unfortunately, for the LEGO DC line, so we still have a long way to go. The first set here is just super whatever to me. It's set 76330, a Batman logo, which is said to be 678 pieces in total, which I at first thought seemed like a lot for what it's said to be, right? It's also priced at 80 USD before tax, which is currently closer to 140 NZD, and this is the most expensive set of the wave, mind you. Just how weird. So taking a look at next year, it is going to be the anniversary for the LEGO Batman theme, but it should hardly count as something worth LEGO celebrating if you ask me. LEGO released the very first sets in 2006, but the line ended around 2008 to 2009. LEGO revived it some years later in 2012 under a brand new banner of LEGO DC. Now they did the same thing with Harry Potter recently. They celebrated an anniversary for that line existing despite being off shelves for a good few solid years there in between. So I don't know, it just feels like a bit of a stretch to be celebrating. I'm always just going to be salty that LEGO will stop producing sets for the themes that I really love, so it's a personal grudge really. It's like they're ignoring the fact that they just stopped releasing sets for a long time there. Now because it's an anniversary logo set, we do have a baseline idea of what that could be. It could just be the generic logo, or it could be the actual word of Batman as seen in these Star Wars and Marvel logo sets, which I think might be the closest idea to what we have imagining what the set could be. I also originally thought maybe it'd be an art piece set, but the piece count and the price point, it does match the Star Wars and Marvel releases. The only thing worth noting there is that the Star Wars one was considered to be an 18+ release. For reasons unknown, there are no minifigures included. It's an insane set release if you ask me. It's like LEGO don't know who their audience are. The Marvel one though is not considered to be an 18+ one, and that logo does feature minifigures, quite a few in fact. It's also got some strange little play features. It's a bit more of a quote toy, even though it's still just a corporate logo. I am hoping, hell I'm praying, that this set is going to feature some modern day remakes of the classic LEGO Batman 2006 minifigs. What's realistic? Probably just re-releases of the current Arkham Asylum figures that are on shelves now. It'd be a misfire for sure in my eyes, but I guess it'd be better than nothing. I don't know, I want this to properly feel like an anniversary set because personally I think these logos are very lame bootlicking type releases. I know some people really love them in the community. I get that they can make some cool display pieces. I just really don't want to spend 140 NZD on the logo of an IP, but I am a sucker for really good minifigs. If they remake those originals in a modern day translation, I will probably be there. Now the next three sets, count them, 3 are all Batmobiles. It's an unprecedented move to me because yeah, LEGO love releasing a Batmobile, but I don't think I've ever seen them release 3 of virtually the same core idea in one release wave. It's very strange to be hearing. And this is where the recent update came into play and why I wanted to wait until now before covering the news. Originally we didn't know what these Batmobiles were. Now apparently we have a rough idea on what to expect, and it's wild. Set 76331 is a Batman v Superman Batmobile, releasing with 220 pieces in total, and it retails for $30 USD before tax. That should make it around $50 to $60 NZD. The next set is set 76332, and that's labelled as the Matt Reeves The Batman Batmobile. It has 330 pieces in total, and it will also be retailing for the same price of $30 USD before tax, again $50 to $60 NZD. Then lastly, set 76333 is currently an unknown design of a Batmobile. Piece count is also unknown, but the price once again is rumoured to be around $30 to $35 USD before tax, about $50 to $60 NZD. So, shocking news, sure, but at the same time, this should be in no way surprising because here's what I think is happening. I'm going to go with my gut here, and I'm saying that these sets are all going to be based on the brand new LEGO Batman video game, and that these will be, technically speaking, models based on the game and not the movies themselves. In the game trailer, the Pattinson Batsuit is basically the new suit, and looking at those images comparing to the minifigure that released in 2022, we can see some slight differences there, so it's a redesign of some sorts. In the game, you're also free to change outfits on a whim to look like any Batman from all sorts of material over the years, and apparently the Batmobile will will also be something that can be customized and changed. So it makes sense to me that these models will be based on this game rather than the original source material. The closest thing to compare this to, I think, is the LEGO Horizon Zero Dawn line of sets. We saw one set release first, and it was based on the, I believe, second game of the Horizon franchise. Really great set, one that I love dearly as a PlayStation gamer. Then years later, LEGO and Sony teamed up to release the LEGO game of Horizon Adventures. It's kind of like a retelling of Aloy's story of sorts. It makes up some new stuff as we go, but you get the gist. And then with that, we had the release of a LEGO Horizon Adventures playset, which I have already covered on the channel, by the way. So that is a LEGO set based on the LEGO game of the IP specifically, not actually based on the IP itself. You see what I mean? So the part that excites me here the most is the piece count and the price point. I've made it my mission to advocate for LEGO to fix the DC and Batman line for years now, because with every current release that we have for LEGO DC and Batman, I'll just say it, it's they're really bad releases. It's a very greedy line of sets taking advantage of consumers, one of the worst cases of shrinkflation that I've seen recently. Batmobiles have reached a price point of 100 NZD, and it's been like this for nearly 3 years. It is awful. A LEGO car should not be priced that high. It is incredibly unnecessary. Worse than that, the piece counts have remained pretty much the same despite the price increase. Again, shrinkflation has really affected the LEGO Batman line for quite a few years now. The only way that I've been able to cover any of these bad releases on my channel here is from deep sales at 30% off, and then using the income that I earn from YouTube. A $60 NZD max price Batmobile? That's intriguing. The piece count is just about halved now as well though, which does lead me to thinking that maybe it'll be just one minifigure of Batman only, and I'm again expecting these models to be pretty shrunk down for that price point. Just for a frame of reference here, it's about 430 pieces for the Tumblr and the animated series sets. Both sets I have very strong mixed feelings on. Sometimes I think that they're fine for what they are, and then other days I absolutely loathe them, and it's all to do with the price, the fact that they're 100 NZD. Now Pattinson's Batmobile was 390 pieces total. The new remake claims that it will be 330 pieces total, so it's definitely a smaller model, and annoyingly, I'm pretty sure I paid 60 NZD for that set back at release too, so like I said, shrinkflation is going to be going on here, but also 60 NZD in 2022, it's a different price to what it is in 2026. Inflation numbers, it's all just a big chore to think about. I don't think we've had a Batmobile set release at 200 pieces or recently. The closest thing that we have is, well, the Snyderverse one, which released with a small forklift build too. That set contained 306 pieces total, and again, the new remake is said to be 220, so it's going to be a smaller model than that previous one. I am happy to see the Batmobiles going back to being affordable though. I'm very interested to see what these look like. These are remakes of models that I already have in my personal collection, so if LEGO want me going all in on these, I'm gonna have to see some really good build improvements or some interesting minifigs. Only time will tell. Overall, it's a very weird mix here. 3 remakes of cars and a logo. It's not the most thrilling news to hear for a LEGO DC fan. 2026 is also a year that's rumored to be a big one. People think it's going to be huge with sets for Superman and stuff. We'll have to wait and see. It's a shame that LEGO haven't decided to pick up the DC line and make sets for other characters though. They still refuse to acknowledge that more people exist in this universe. I know the whole world thought that Superman would have something going on here for sure, but man, what were Warner Brothers and LEGO thinking? The laughable decision to not have any products available for one of the biggest movies of the year that was also kickstarting a brand new generation of DC superhero movies. We're gonna have to wait until 2027 for Superman movie sets, and I hope they're amazing, and I really hope it's true that it happens. I'm not convinced that we'll get anything for the Supergirl movie either. I think that's it from me today. Whatever your thoughts are, you should let me know down below. Liking this video here and subscribing to the channel does help to support more videos like this one in the future. Thanks for watching everyone, ka kite anō, take care, hope to see you all next time.